should not be going to the
You gotta be
gym.
balanced with everything.
Balance. It's a balance thing. You know, like going to the gym every day was when I was going through some things mentally. Like I would go to the gym like every single day, twice a day, 6, 7 hours a day. Just
So it was like an escape.
it was an escape,
which is bad.
Which is bad because why? Because you're not working on the issue. You're not really getting to the point of, hey, sit down, think, why are you feeling like this? So what happens is a lot of people, the endorphins that are released when you're at the gym, a lot of people get addicted to that. And so like if I'm here every day, I'm not thinking about my issue. I'm not thinking about my problems. I'm just here lifting weights, which one, it's a good therapy, but you also have to work on your mental. You also have to like break down what it is that is causing you to not deal with those problems, And going to therapy, man, that's a big one. This month I was letting.
You went to therapy?
Oh yeah, man, I go to therapy. Oh, dude, honestly, man, like.
And you feel like it's done like.
It's done wonders for my mental health overall. I didn't think mental health was an important aspect because I believe that, like, at one point that health is just looking good and nothing else.
So I got a question. How can a therapist really help you, like, with anything that's going on in your life? How can they relate, How can they give you advice or teach you,
For sure. So one is finding the right therapist, is finding the right person that you feel connected to. You don't have to, the first therapist that you get, you don't have to stick with them if you don't feel a connection. It's a person. But what's the difference? That person has studied how humans behave and how humans act and how humans react and why they do certain things or why they have certain patterns. So if you go to a therapist and you're dealing with, for example, I don't know, childhood trauma that you don't realize, or there's people that like, they don't want to have kids. And it's like, why don't you like kids? Like, I love kids, like I don't have any of my own, but like one day I would like to have a family. I would like to have kids. But some people you ask them like, oh no, I never have kids. But when you dive deeper into that, man, maybe that person was treated really poorly as a kid. And, that idea is engraved in their head and their subconscious. And they don't know it, but they like, hey, I don't even want to put another child through the same thing. But you don't have to. You can break that.
Break that cycle,
your dad was unfaithful to your mom or anything like that. Like, in the back of your head, like, man, like, I don't want to hurt this person I love and care about. So a lot of people deal with commitment issues, and you don't realize it because you're just living your life. But a therapist goes, why? And they dive deeper and deeper, and then, man, like, tu solo, like,
they make you think.
They make you think about what it is that you're really going through, and big time, man. If I could advise anyone that's never been to therapy, honestly, like,
go.
What are the steps to get a therapist? Like, do you got to sign up for healthcare? Do you have
if you have healthcare through your job or just through healthcare in general, you can go to your insurance's website, and they'll give you like certain numbers and places that they will accept your insurance. My job, I work for T-Mobile corporate, and they pay basically like 80% of the session, so it comes up to like maybe $10 a session. So
what?
Yeah, it's really not that much. Yeah, it's really not that much, and it has helped mentally, like your mental growth, because again, health is not just about physical. Health is here, and this month is November, which is men's mental health awareness.
Just men's?
It's men's. This month is men's. Give us a month at least.
Give us
1 month.
Fucking month.
Just one. No, but everyone's mental health is important. But yeah, this month is.
It's all about us.
Right now, this is about us. So let us have this. But I think it's important that we support one another. A lot of us didn't get that growing up. Like I was telling you guys.
I got another question. So what would you recommend or advise to a young guy that's going through a mental health crisis?
Who may not have like life insurance.
Who may not have that. Honestly, man.
Therapy can be pretty expensive.
Yeah, like I said, like it really does depend. One thing I can recommend is you do have at least one trusting friend, a brother, an uncle, a best friend, somebody that you can go to and talk about it. A lot of guys won't do that because, the cliche of like, oh, you're a pussy. Yeah. Oh, like man up,
You nigga crying.
Yeah, what are you crying about? Everything's fine, you're good, It's not about that, man. It's about caring for that person that supposedly you do care about and trying to find, hey, man, how can we help?